Welcome back, you degenerates, to the number one fantasy football podcast in your world. I'm your host, Mike, with my dearest, most wind fantasy person on this channel right now. Currently, not for long, but it's true. This is an awful week for me. Again.
It wasn't a great week for me either.
My Banes just didn't work. I don't know what I'm banging. It's not wins. I'll tell you that.
For those of you who want a quick backstory on that, we were sitting at a blackjack table once, and every time Mike lost, he went bang. Now it's his new catchphrase. So if you hear the word bang,
Bet against it.
fade. Easy fade.
It's like when the whole public is betting on a team. Fade. Same thing.
Yep, like the Eagles last night.
Yep, like I told Billy.
It was like gibberish.
It was gibberish, but he should understand by now. He's known me for 12 years.
That's fair.
Another week with a lot of injuries, a lot of core players hurt. It's going to pick up a lot of waiver wire. I mean, we're talking about top-notch guys that are going to be on the waiver wire that you need to pick up.
You sure about that?
There's definitely one.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple guys on the waiver that we told you to draft just in case, and nobody listened to us. Because you're like, oh, look at these two idiots. Yeah, no, we know what we're talking about.
Now, I might not look it.
Yeah. We look stupid. We're not stupid. Let's go over the injuries real quick, though. Christian McCaffrey, out with a hamstring injury, probably 2 to 3 weeks. He avoided going on the IR, so that's probably a good sign. But,
positive, baby.
I mean, the same kind of thing happened last year where he tweaked something and then turned into something else and then came back one game, got a shoulder injury.
But his team is not 3-0. This is the difference.
Yeah, very true. Still early, though. They can now go 0-3, and then you never know. Next up, A.J. Brown, also with their hamstring. He's week to week. We'll get into it more when we talk about the Titans. But I think it's a big step forward going ahead for Julio.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be. Otherwise, why'd you bring him in? Juju, Mike's stud of the week.
Push of the week.
Bruised rib day to day. Probably got the wind knocked out of him. They were down. There's no reason to lose more people.
If only they did that with Johnson the week before.
Yeah, but they were up. Josh Jacobs, ankle. It's an ankle injury? I still thought it was turf toe.
I think it's both. Like I think he has an ankle injury and turf toe.
Next thing you know, it's going to be a torn ACL because turf toe just kills your career.
Jordan, when are you flying to Vegas?
I don't know.
Oh, his career's over. I thought he would rest in peace.
Bang! Bang! He's probably going to be out another week, I think. That's my unprofessional opinion.
Vic Taffer says he's going to give it a shot, but I would think he sits out.
He didn't practice today.
I don't think he'd have to. They play Monday.
Tuesday.
They play on Monday night, so he's not going to practice. The earliest would be Thursday.
True, very true. James White.
Oh, I just picked him up.
Yep, hits the IR. You know, we were all high on James White being added to your team and waivers last week. It's just unfortunate. You hate to see it. Great pass catching back. Phenomenal PPR guy for like the past 8-9 years. And Quentin Nelson, the guard on the Indianapolis Colts, once again hurt ankle injury. Could spell another injury for Carson Wentz coming up soon if they can't protect him with one of the best O-linemen in the league.
He should be hurt.
Well, he is. He played on 2 sprained ankles.
They hurt both at the same time.
He's going to sprain his cankle next or big toe, something.
I heard
as long as it's not turf toe.
His third leg is going to get hurt. I don't know how big it is, but.
Not as big as Nick Foles.
Woo. Big Dick Nick, potential starter this week. Never know. Shout out to Matt Nagy. Can't wait to talk about that. Shout out to
the best coach in the league.
Let's hit some waiver wire. If you didn't read it, the waiver wire article is up.
The number one waiver wire article on the nation.
Exactly.
On the nation?
Check it out.
Yeah.
Make it look real good. Give me a like. Anyway, Chubba Hubbard.
Chubba.
Number 1 on the waiver. I told you guys. Beginning of the year.
Oklahoma State, great.
Phenomenal. Great guy. Rushed for over 2,000 yards before he had an off year because of some things against his coach in college. But we told you to draft him as a backup to CMC. As a handcuff especially if you had CMC, if you didn't, you really should have drafted him for some little trade negotiations for the guys who got CMC, which is what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. I love it. I got a couple offers. He's only 40% owned, which is
horrible.
Yeah, that's psychotic. Next up, Christian Kirk. He's been getting a lot of work. I don't have his percentage owned, but it's right around 50%, I believe. Yep. So it's very important. You know, D-Hop is he's banged up. No, they kind of used him as a decoy last week. Do you find value in Christian Kirk on a week-to-week basis, or is it kind of like a matchup thing?
It's definitely a week. I mean, the past, if you look at his stats, he's had 3 great weeks. I think he had 1 down week, which was like still. I mean, if you have your lineup, you want everyone to have at least 10 points. He's still almost there. 10-point god, you know what I'm saying? Like Hunter Renfrow, third and Renfro. But especially this week, this is a matchup week for him. Going forward, you just don't want to keep him in matchups. And old AJ Green, he's going to get hurt eventually. So
yeah, I saw a bunch of people write about AJ Green being added to the waiver list and whatnot. I don't think he should be owned. I think that there was 1 or 2 plays where he just got like free 30 yards, where like the defense just had no idea where he was, and it was a free catch for him. Next up, it pains me to say, Hunter Renfrow. Who was calling that game? Because they said second and Renfro.
Yeah, they said it.
Yeah, I don't remember who was calling
Joe
it.
Buck, probably.
They were pissing me off when they were saying that. I was like, this guy clearly has never watched before or knows nothing about Hunter Renfrow.
Yeah. I'm a hater, Hunter Renfrow.
Wannabe Cole Beasley.
He's a wannabe Cole Beasley. There's nothing personal about it. I think he's a good player. I have no problem with him. My problem is that Joe Green is an avid Raiders fan,
and never pits him.
I have to hate him. But Derek Carr is leading the league in passing yards. Got 1,203 passing yards to start the year. So, yeah, you have to own something outside of Waller in the passing game. I think he's the most reliable.
If they keep it up, all 4 wide receivers, 4 including Waller, are on pace for 1,000 yards this year.
All right, relax.
You know who's
relax?
The only person that's done that?
No one.
Eli Manning.
Eli's never had 4 receivers go for 1,000.
3.
That's not 4.
That's not 4.
Well, we already know your stats predictions. Someone has 53 touchdowns in the league.
Stat predictions. It's just based on
the only thing out of that might have a shot out of the bold predictions is Trevor Lawrence throwing for 81 interceptions.
No, he's on pace for it.
He's still on pace.
I don't know what he's on pace for anymore. No, because I think he threw.
If it's straight turnovers, he's definitely on pace.
He's got a lot.
Because he had 3 last week. He had 2 interceptions this week and 2 fumbles this week.
If anything, this is making Daniel Jones look great.
That's a bold statement. Daniel Jones stinks.
Daniel Jones
he's fast.
One of the top fantasy football players right now at QB.
He's not top 15.
He's definitely. You want to bet he's top 15?
Joe Green just dropped him.
That is a bold-faced lie. He might be top 15.
He's top 15.
That's not top fantasy players.
Speaking of top 15 quarterbacks, Sammy Darnold, 13th ranked quarterback, putting on the wheels. Offense looks great. Told you to pick him up last week. Now he's higher owned. Mike's gonna do his best to find this Daniel Jones.
Yeah,
he's 10. I looked it up. I mean, it's not like the top.
It's 11.
He's 11.
Oh,
That's
11.
pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good for Daniel Jones.
We'll see.
Back to Sammy Smooches. He has a very good 5-game ahead of him.
Yeah.
Very favorable for him in his passing game.
Yeah. That's why I brought it up last week, because the matchups going ahead are great, especially when you have, if CMC's hurt, they're going to have to want to throw the ball a little bit more. But he hates throwing the ball to Robbie Anderson. It's terrible.
It reminds him of the Jets.
Yeah. Tim Patrick, told you about him last week. Everybody, half people wanted to pick up Tim Patrick, half people wanted to pick up KJ Hamler. KJ Hamler just tore his ACL, therefore,
again.
Yeah, Tim Patrick season from here on out.
I have another one to add to this list.
See, that's what I asked you before the
show.
I know,
but then my mind started to work after this beer hit me. If you don't know,
go ahead.
Get our beer sponsor. DeSean Jackson, baby.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
I watched it.
No.
He should have
watched it.
He should have had 2 touchdowns for 200 yards.
No.
I mean, he should have, but I don't think that all of a sudden makes him ownable.
I think it's a foreshadow for the future. It's too much speed.
I think they pulled it out just for that game.
Mike, we watched the games together this weekend. Remember, you were like, "Oh, this is easily a Van Jefferson game. Gonna go deep all the time. Gonna go deep all the time." And it wasn't.
What? It wasn't.
It's a Cooper Cup offense.
We already know
what
that.
It is.
It's a white on white crime.
That's racist. I don't see the value. I don't see it.
I see it.
I'd rather own Emmanuel Sanders.
I wouldn't.
Well, that's where we differ.
That's more a game by game DFS play.
DeSean Jackson in his career has been a game by game guy. He's 34 years old.
Sometimes it wins you games.
It's good in the best ball. I don't know about owning him on a fantasy team.
I agree.
Joe Drain, mute your fucking mic when I'm not talking to you.
Last one. This one's a deep sleeper. It's not going to be right away. I don't think. It'll probably be a week or two. J.J. Taylor on the Patriots. He'll be used more in the passing game than on the ground, similar like how James White was being used. They used what's his name, Bowden. What are you doing?
He's just making faces.
I'm just looking at.
I was like, you guys are looking at each other. You both looked at me.
Googly eyes over there.
Googly moogly eyes.
Make them awkward.
J.J. Taylor.
I like this.
Pick him up.
I like this.
Yeah, it's gonna be a week early if you're gonna pick him up this week, so you can probably wait and just scoop him up for free.
Fantasy is a week early, so definitely do that one.
Yeah, without you wasting a waiver wire.
Before you move on from waiver, I mean, I don't know that this falls under that or injuries, but the Marlon Mack requesting a trade. If he goes somewhere like the Ravens, Bills, Jets, 49ers, might be worth something.
Maybe for the 49ers, but they have like 15 backs that will eventually come back from injury. So
it's a wait and see basis.
Yeah. I'm not making assumptions, all right? Because these players, every week, they want to get traded because they don't do well, and then the next week they just get the ball a lot and they're happy.
Right? I don't think he's getting the ball, but
I don't think so either, even though he's better than Jonathan Taylor. Because at least he would be able to get in the end zone on the 1 yard line. Kick us off, Mike.
Jaguars, Bengals, baby. 1 versus 1, baby. All day long. Bang. Okay? We have Burrow, the true number 1, versus Lawrence for the top-notch QB in the league.
Trevor Lawrence stinks.
All right.
I don't know. He's got his hand over his mouth and he wants to say something. But
no, I was covering my cough. I have nothing to say.
Yeah, because you're in disgust.
Don't bring your COVID over here.
It's Urban Meyer. That's it. The whole season's to Urban Meyer.
Oh, the 2 fumbles are Urban Meyer?
Urban Meyer.
Okay.
These are Urban Meyer stats just under Trevor Lawrence.
I'm just saying. Let's get this off my chest right now.
Go ahead.
None of this, especially that first interception, would have happened if Tim Tebow was on the team. He wouldn't have dropped that, okay?
Interesting.
Wouldn't have dropped it.
I don't know if I disagree at all.
I'm just 100%. I'm telling you. He wouldn't have dropped that catch.
If you say so. You feel better about James Robinson?
Absolutely not. If Urban Meyer says I want more of it, I'm gonna fade.
Are you selling him high then?
That was my backup question.
And then risk him going off the next week? No, absolutely not.
So you're telling people
no,
not to buy
he's
him
gonna either sit on my team,
sit on your bench,
and profit, or he's not going nowhere.
I for someone who doesn't own James Robinson, if anybody sent me a trade offer for James Robinson, I'll tell them go kick rocks until I can see it consistently.
I rather just hold on to him. I mean, he got a good matchup this week against the Bengals. They're probably ranked, I think, 12th against run. It's just
Cincinnati is top 10 against the run right now.
Yeah, I said 13.
I mean, they've been in shootouts. So
yeah, I mean, no one's rushing against them.
Yeah. Jacksonville, on the other hand, is letting up 302 yards per game through the air. Big Joe Burrow week. Should have made him your stud of the week.
Nah, why would I do that?
Oh, I'm just saying. I'd like to formally apologize to Jamar Chase. That's all.
What about Joe Mixon?
Fuck Joe Mixon.
He's making you look like ass.
Joe Mixon stinks.
What do you mean he's making you look like ass?
He stinks. He had the one good game, and then he
he's
stinks. That's what he
not.
does every year.
He's top 10 running back. You wouldn't even.
He had 29 points week 1, and they had back-to-back 10-point games.
I think, I was going to say, I think he's only had 10 points.
Yeah.
Not that it's terrible, but not good for your second-round pick.
I mean, I love any running back that's getting 20 carries a game.
Good
At least they're
volume.
committed.
Yeah, when he's getting 2.5 yards per carry, it's not good. Tyler Boyd is ownable, startable.
Ownable?
Yeah, I wanted to say startable without saying ownable, but
I think Higgins comes back this game, so it's going to bring down Boyd.
we'll see. I think they can all eat during this game. I think that the Bengals could just blow them the fuck out.
Boyd has the highest target percentage on the team, 26%.
Oh,
It wasn't before Higgins, though.
No, it had to have been up
Higgins
there.
had 10, 9, and 9, and then he get hurt.
I don't know what Boyd had this past week. Targets
10, 9, and 9. He was hurt less this week.
Exactly. He
So
would have gotten
didn't
9.
have to- He made up. He made up
Making
his
stats up.
I can't tell you where I get my
I mean,
stats.
Boyd still had 9 the week before and 6 this week. So
From somewhere deep in that dumbass mind of yours. That's where you
He
get
would have
your
had
stats.
10 already. I don't know. Let's not talk about it. Joe Mixon. I think this is going to be a shootout game for both QBs, which is going to either get very good for certain players.
No, I 100% agree. I think everybody on the Bengals side.
I think Chark has
Well,
back-to-back weeks with touchdowns. Or are you going to start putting them in your flats?
I don't know. I don't trust him. I still think Marvin Jones is the number one option there. He did get the most targets last week, but it's hard to tell.
All right. I also have we didn't mention the trade, but because it's a defensive player, Henderson got traded away.
Yeah. Which
was their first-round pick last year. Now Jaguars are down to no corners.
Tanking for Sam Howell. Oh, man.
If the Jaguars' defense was already bad in the secondary, it's even worse now.
Yeah, I meant to write that down, and I honestly, it slipped my mind.
I don't know how many snaps he was seeing though, because if you remember, they've been trying to trade him since preseason.
Yeah, but he was still. I mean, I'm not saying he was on the field a lot, but he was still there.
I'm about to look it up and watch.
He really didn't play much. Let's move on though.
Titans, Jets
against a team that we will not mention.
The Jets.
What? Who?
A.J. Brown injury woes for the past 3 weeks. Like I said last week, he would have been ranked the 69 ranked wide receiver if he didn't have that first week touchdown, which was pretty, epic.
Hey Mike, shout out to us for both ranking A.J. Brown outside the top 35.
Yeah, you guys are bums.
Just saying.
Like I said, Titans don't need to throw the ball. They have King Henry.
Yeah. He's run 295 yards the last 2 weeks.
We're still adding.
It's absurd. He had a real shit week 1, and everybody was like, oh, sell Derrick Henry. I'm like, oh, okay. Whatever you say, guys.
Tell me what's happening with Corey Davis over there.
Who? Sorry, I don't associate anything with anything about the Jets.
Wide receiver 1 steal of the year.
I have a screenshot. I'll send it to you guys after the show. Somebody put a picture from the live game. Mm-hmm. All 4 receivers are running a slant route, and they're all standing right next to each other. Robert Salah is no better than Adam Gase.
It's not him. It's their offensive coordinator.
Whoever it is, they are not going to win a game. But if they keep doing that.
It's LaFleur's little brother. You know that, right?
I don't care who it is.
Well, he got a job because of his name.
He fucking stinks. It's like they're all literally standing right next to each other, running across the middle. It is embarrassing to watch. They can't run the ball. The injury to Becton really hurt them. Let's be real. Zach Wilson has no time to throw the ball. Yeah, they stink. There's no way around it. I don't know. You can put up whatever fancy stats you want about them, but they're just not good. They don't run good plays. Right? Am I crazy?
So you're gonna take the plus 6.5 this week?
No, it's 6.5.
No, it's something like that.
I feel like that's crazy.
It's pretty close to 6.5.
That makes no sense.
There's nothing fantasy wise
on the
feel
Jets?
good about on the Jets.
My love for Corey Davis is just.
I think
we're separated right now.
I think when Crowder comes back, there will be a little bit of hope.
They don't.
I don't even think
time.
so.
They just, that's what it's not anything wrong. It's they don't have time to throw the ball.
Annihilated this past week. Denver must have. I mean,
yeah,
that was ridiculous.
it was brutal to watch.
He's been sacked 15 times in the first 3 games.
17 hurries too.
That's almost as many times as Trevor Lawrence has turned the ball over.
I would lose. I could lose 10 pounds if I was getting sacked this many times.
Yeah, it's almost as many times that Justin Fields got sacked last week. Oh man, for the Titans, you plan on picking up that kid Westbrook? I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
No, I'm not.
They had 11 people see targets last week. 9 people with catches.
No, Julio Jones, Henry, and that's it.
Yeah, I think this week, now that they know A.J. Brown's going to be out, they can kind of game plan better to get Julio actually involved.
I mean, it might be beneficial if you do Westbrook maybe possibly in the flex against the Jets, but I'm not picking him up.
Yeah, I'm not touching him. I don't think this is going to be a very fantasy relevant game, just because the Jets are bad and the Titans will just run the ball over and over and over again. The Jets have been decently good against a run, but it doesn't matter when you have Derrick Henry. It really doesn't.
When you're versing 6'3", 255 pounds.
Yeah, he's probably the greatest football player of all time.
Wow. Tom Brady. Lions versus Bears.
Tom Brady is not great.
Oh, my God. Just cancel this podcast because I can't go forward with him.
Lions, Bears.
Lions, Bears.
Matt Nagy, greatest coach of all time.
What's worse than the Jets was the Bears.
Yeah.
This game was the worst game I've ever witnessed in my whole 27 and 6 months life of mine. Couldn't do it.
You're like, doesn't matter.
The months are off.
The months are definitely off.
Yeah,
it's your birthday next month.
But that's not the point. You asked me to do some math in my head, and I just couldn't do that.
Fun fact, that's where he gets all the stats from, just like that. He doesn't even know his own birthday is. This is an honest question that I wrote down in the notes, Mike. Is it me or did Matt Nagy look like he was throwing the game? It was the second lowest yardage per play, second lowest of all time.
They said a stat on ESPN is 95% of the set protocol was 5-man offensive lineman.
Makes no sense.
How the fuck he was running for his life?
Get some protection back. I'm telling you, he was throwing the game. He wants to see Andy Dalton back. He wants to be able to run the team the way that he wants to run it.
You have a not top notch. You have a first round Clement sitting there, like he's playing wide receiver out there, not even chip blocking. It's embarrassing.
I owned Cole Kmet, and I'm like trying to like just stream the position, and then they announced that Justin Fields was gonna be the starter. I was like, all right, I'll give him one more week. What a shit mistake that was. Guess what? I lost by 0.18 points just because Cole Kmet can't score. The Bears have more yards lost on sacks than offensive yards. It's fucking brutal.
Let's talk about Nick Foles because he's gonna be the starter this week. I think everyone is looking positively after that.
I think they just go back to running the football and then hopefully giving the ball to Allen Robinson. Are you worried? You're an Allen Robinson owner. Are you worried?
In 2 leagues. Not one,
that
2.
Hurts.
I can't trade him.
Nope.
I just have to pray that Fields is just better than this.
Yeah. I think he is. We watched him in college, and we know he's got the arm. We know he's got the athletic ability. But
not when you can't fucking coach.
There's no coach there. That offensive line is not good.
Why wouldn't you have a running back, a fullback, a tight end, an extra lineman? The coach could be out there blocking.
So let me ask you this one more time: is Matt Nagy throwing the game?
Yes.
Joe?
I don't know why he's not going to be coach after this year.
I think Matt Nagy purposely sabotaged that game to make it look better on him that he decided to start Andy Dalton over Justin Fields.
Yeah,
I
he's
really
a psychopath
believe that.
Like that.
I think he is. I think he is a psychopath, like you said, just like that.
I just want to make sure I'm not crazy.
Sicko.
I feel like there's not enough people talking about this. The Lions, they should have beaten the Ravens last week, but there's not really anything outside of the 2 running backs. There's not really much there. Hawkinson did nothing in a very good matchup.
It is what it is.
I think that stat, though, on the Ravens tight ends, like we touched about, was a little, like, inflated. I mean, they played Darren Waller, who they threw 20 times to, and then Travis Kelsey. Like, you alluded to it.
It's still a plus matchup, though. Their defense is banged up. And
he should have had at least 10 points on the day.
He should have done better.
For being the number one receiver on the team.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's all I'm saying.
I mean, eventually teams are going to realize that. Guess what? You don't have to. You have to block Hawkinson. You have to, play against Hawkinson. Everybody else just let them get open.
Yeah, you just chip Hawkinson, slow him down, not let him get into the rhythm.
Yeah.
But outside of the two running backs and Jamal Williams, who's startable apparently, you can start him in most leagues as a flex spot.
I don't even think Montgomery's just down the drain.
Who?
Montgomery.
Oh, we're talking about the Bears.
Oh, well, I was talking about the
He was
Lions.
talking about the Lions.
Yeah, I'm saying, but you said both running backs. Montgomery.
No, I'm talking about Swift and Jamal Williams.
Sorry.
I know. I understand.
Yeah. No, I'm terrified for him.
For Montgomery?
Yeah.
We should get a petition going about firing Matt Nagy.
This is worse than Adam Gates at this point.
What about Allen Robinson?
That's what he said.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Pay attention, Joe. Jesus Christ. His mind is a montage.
You forgot to send the notes.
I forgot.
Yeah,
sorry.
I don't have them in front of me. So.
I'll send them to you right now. Let's move on. This game's gonna stink.
Colts, Dolphins.
What about it? Keep going. I'm sending him the notes.
Jonathan Taylor week? No.
Who would you rather own? Would you rather own Jonathan Taylor or Nyheim Hines? It's a personal attack on you, kinda.
I don't even know. Hines has better opportunity to score because you're gonna get that extra point for the catch, but
and he's able to get into the end zone, the red zone.
Speed sells.
Yeah, I thought it was sex sells. JT, I'm worried about him. If I'm an owner, which I'm not because
I would never.
Yeah, I think there's too many miles on him. He hasn't looked good.
Like that stripper.
Oh, jeez.
You said set sell, so.
I was talking about Nyheim Hines. It's a great name. He's struggled to get into the end zone his whole career, really. The offensive line is banged up. The defense has looked real bad. I don't want to own anything, and if I'm a JT owner, I'm trying to sell him.
I think the only thing to possibly own and play is Pittman.
Not against his Dolphins team.
That's true, but
yeah, he's one of my sit of the weeks.
Pittman?
Yeah.
Off the 2 back-to-back good weeks?
Yeah. He's due, and it's a bad matchup for him. With Xavier Howard going up against him most likely.
One of the good corners over there.
Yeah.
They're stacked on defense. Dolphins might be a great play this week against the Colts, especially with Nelson out.
But not like just the defense, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not that you were not going to play the Dolphins defense, but
they haven't really been that good.
It's a bit okay.
The secondary's been good. It's what 27 games in a row with an interception or a turnover. It's wild.
How much better the Dolphins play with Brisket?
Yeah, I mean they're able to move the ball, but if you're a Myles Gaskin owner, are you worried that Malcolm Brown out touched him last week?
Yeah, especially with that comment saying that they want to have a role for him going forward.
I don't think he out touched him. I think he just started.
Pretty sure he out touched him.
I'll double check.
Double check it. I
mean, Malcolm Brown's been one of those.
He's a vulture.
Vultures for a long time.
Gaskins had 16 total touches. Malcolm Brown had 7.
Oh.
He just had the touchdown, the 30-yard touchdown.
Oh,
that was the difference.
Yeah, I don't know how we were both big
Gaskin
guys, but
I think it looks better going forward with Brisket out there throwing.
He threw 49 times for 200 yards. Think about that.
That's Tua level.
That's so bad.
It's bad, but
it's just the type of offense they run.
It's still better.
Jalen Waddle, 12 receptions for 70 yards.
It still looked better than Tua, though.
Yes, I 100% agree with you.
You know, just the way the game played out.
They now throw the ball to both sides of the field.
Wow.
Did either one of you go back and double check me on that?
No, I don't count fucking left to right side throws.
I thought it was a weird.
It's not even a stat.
I thought it was a weird thing.
It's not even a stat.
It is a stat.
You find that stat on the internet, I'll give you $20.
Okay.
It's probably somewhere on PFF, I'm sure.
Thank you. Definitely on PFF, but
Yeah.
I don't trust PFF worth a shit.
Wow.
We talked very briefly about Will Fuller last week. He's got no value in this offense. They don't throw the ball deep.
They threw it to him twice deep, but I mean, it got broken up both times.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because you have Jacoby Brissett throwing him the ball. And Tua comes back, he's never getting the ball.
Why would
I
they?
think
Why
that'd
would
be my
they?
concern.
Why would they throw to Fuller when you have a better wide receiver as Waddle?
Because they use Fuller to take the top off the defense, which
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't use Waddle to do that.
Yeah, why don't you use Waddle, the faster
I'm
guy?
not Brian Flores, couldn't tell you, but they did throw it to him 3 times deep and just didn't catch any of them.
I don't trust it. Mike Koseki looks like he's going to wind up being top 5 at this rate.
Someone's got to be top 5. Because it's not Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, that's what you call low
Yeah.
blow.
Low blow. All right.
Yeah.
Nets, Browns, Vikings. We're done with the Dolphins.
Yeah.
We're talking about this high power offense in the Vikings that passed for the second highest last week.
Yeah. I was on the prop bet for Kirk Cousins over 1.5 touchdowns. And then I read a stat today.
Yeah.
He's hit that 11 straight games.
Mm.
He's had at least 2 touchdowns in the last 11 games.
You have Thielen out there.
Yeah.
Touchdown machine. We said it wouldn't be, dependable because he's dependable last year. He's just right back at the touchdowns.
Yeah.
It's not even the
he's
yards.
looked good. He's looked good. He's gotten his touches.
I think Madison's safe play, regardless of regardless of the matchup. He had a great week 1. 112 yards last week. 6 catches for 59 yards. Beautiful. 1 touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, he's always like that. Like that offense is
He's
interchangeable. Like even when McKinnon was in there.
Yep.
Like it's whoever's there. That's what they do, and that's what they're going to accomplish. That's how their offense is run. So it's similar like how like you think about the 49ers. Like whoever's in there is going to do well. But Madison's like a mini Dalvin Cook.
He is.
He's better.
They look alike.
No, he's not better.
No,
Stop
he's not.
that.
No, he's not.
He's Dalvin Cook light. That's how I would describe him.
Yeah.
He's not. He doesn't have the jump cuts that Dalvin Cook has.
Agreed.
I know he just runs over people.
Yeah, but that doesn't make him better than.
He
Dalvin.
has dreadlocks. He's honestly better.
They look similar with the dreadlocks.
And it does. OBJ first week.
Look real good.
It looked good with in this offense. I'm not even talking about just the fact that he had 5 catches for 77 yards. The fact that he ran the system and looked good with the running game and was not – I mean, he had 9 attempts thrown to him, but he had no Landry. Remember that. If Landry was there, I wouldn't even think he got 9 attempts.
Oh, he could have.
I mean, he could have, but I'm just saying he didn't look like he was like me out there like we've seen the previous years.
Yeah, no, I agree. He looked good. He looked healthy, too. He didn't look like he was struggling at all. Was able to get open a lot. I like him moving forward. We liked him as like a potential bounce back guy at the beginning of the year. So I do think there's a lot of value in him. I'd honestly try to trade for him. Mike, you interested in trading me?
No. I need him to save my season.
God damn it.
Honestly, if you buy right now, you might be buying on the high side with this decent week. But I think it would be worth it. And I see Landry definitely out for at least 1 to 2 more weeks.
Yeah. No, he isn't he on IR?
I don't think so.
I believe he's on IR.
I gotta double check. I don't know if they ended up placing him on IR.
If he's on IR, it is great.
I think it's great either way. I think OBJ is still one of the most talented receivers in the league. He's always struggled to stay healthy.
Yeah.
The Jarvis Landry was placed on IR, so he's out of the
Bang!
So 2 more weeks he's out.
Yeah. I mean, he's healthy by the time he comes off IR. Yeah, you never know.
It could be prolonged.
Mm-hmm. Kyle Pitts. Let's just talk about this game already.
There's nothing to talk about. What am I going to say about a not top 6 tight end? I don't have to comment on tight ends that are not running.
We need to talk about when Josh Rosen is taking over from Matt Ryan.
Rosen? I would do it because
at this point you might as well if you're the Falcons.
I mean, he's a young gun.
He's got the arm.
He has better movement than Ryan.
Me and you were watching this game when he was in the red zone. And I'm like, throw the ball to Kyle Pitts. Please throw the ball to Kyle Pitts. What did he do? He threw it to Kyle Pitts about 40 feet over his head.
It's funny because the fact that you said you could throw it anywhere, he's going to go catch it.
He almost caught it. He almost jumped up and caught it.
And you're literally, let's test this.
The worst part is Matt Ryan didn't even try to throw that ball away. That's where he was putting that ball. He's like, go ahead, Kyle. See how high you can actually jump.
Was that the pass interference play?
That was the next one.
Oh.
Yeah,
Actually, no, that one had. Yeah, that one had pass interference too. I think they had back to back.
Yeah, they had back-to-back ones.
Oh, okay.
Because the Giants suck.
Yeah, that's a fact.
We would have won if he just caught the freaking goddamn interception.
I know what's concerning about the Pitts thing is that Mike Davis has the same amount of targets as Kyle Pitts does, and that should never happen.
It shouldn't happen.
I bet you Patterson has more targets.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
Close?
Yeah. I think Patterson has like 14.
But I know who has more yards than Patterson has more yards than
this is the
Kyle
week.
Pitts.
What I'm trying to get
More
to
touchdowns.
is that this is the week.
Wait, you had him as your stud last week, bitch.
Yeah, it happens.
And guess what? I can say bitch and ass now on YouTube for the first 2 minutes. It's been confirmed.
Washington football team has given up 307 yards through the air, fourth most in the NFL.
How many yards did the Giants give up to the tight end each week? Okay.
Kyle Pitts, don't let me down. Be a company guy. That's all we're asking for. It's not even that he's underperformed. He's just not getting the ball. It's Matt Ryan. Start the staple.
Hey, I can't undersell how bad Matt Ryan is. Like, it's truly impeccable how bad he is at football.
It's embarrassing.
This is why he's going to retire there.
I mean, it's like I think he's like nearly Big Ben level where he should be retired. Like, I just think Matt Ryan has nothing left in his arm.
I mean, you see Joe Flacco on
Joe Flacco could actually throw a football still, even though he sucks.
That's 'cause of his cannon.
Football.
Just
like
'cause
Matt Ryan just can't do it. He just can't.
Joe Flacco was one of the first people that were like, I could throw 70 yards, you know?
That's true. But
He was Allen before
was
Allen.
oh no, that was me and Morgan. We're trying to figure out who the second person was. No, we were talking about Matt Ryan being a great rookie quarterback. The other one was Joe Flacco. Yeah, on Sunday. It just popped in my head.
Delaware Gray. How do you know that?
Yeah, no, but I forgot because we were talking about it, and I just realized who it was. Ron Rivera needs to throw the ball at Antonio Gibson way more times than he should.
I 100% agree.
You saw what happened. They throw him the ball. Nice little screen route. He makes plays. He's a playmaker.
Yeah. Joe Green, is Samuels coming back this week?
This would be the week he could come off IR, right?
Yes.
I don't think there's any news on that yet.
All right.
I'm not worried about him.
It's not about worried. This is going to free up Gibson, I think.
Ron Rivera says we'll see how it goes with Curtis Samuel on Wednesday.
All right, he's not playing.
No, I'm just worried. They just get rid of McKissick. Just get him out of there. He's just bad news bears for Antonio Gibson.
He's a better catcher. What can I say?
When's the last time you taken one 72 yards to the house?
Last game.
No.
Yeah, it was.
No,
Not this past game, the week
Not
before.
72
I don't
yards.
think it was 72.
Well,
It was
72
still long.
yards.
It
Didn't
was
break
still
4
long.
tackles. Didn't juke out 4 people.
Who was Washington playing against last week? I forgot.
The Giants.
Yeah.
No, they weren't.
Yeah, they played.
Yeah, they played
No, the Falcons were playing the Giants. Who was Washington
The
playing?
week
last
before.
I thought you were talking about
No,
the week before.
no.
This week they played the Bills.
Oh, okay.
When you said last week, I thought you were talking about
No.
the week before.
No,
I
he did
remember.
that against the Bills.
No.
If we're
That
talking
is
about the week
impressive.
before,
I was going to say something bad, but
McKissick did it against your shit-ass Giants.
let's talk about why I don't have a stud, and it should be a W for me. Because all this bum, catch one time and take it to the house. He had 32 rushing yards on the day. Garbage.
Rest in peace.
That will ruin your day. Like one shitty lucky play. I mean, it wasn't luck, but it was.
It was skill, but
it was skill, but it was like one
play
play ruined your entire day, right?
And for all those people that are like, oh, Mike's garbage, or Billy's. Listen, I take my own advice. I own Antonio Gibson. I benched him.
Yeah. I almost benched him. I asked a question this week about Antonio Gibson. I want both your opinions on it. Should I start Antonio Gibson or Chubba?
Nah, I'd still start Gibson.
Especially this week against Falcons.
I don't trust him. Could you sit here with a straight face outside of that 72-yard catch there's not much there.
Yeah, but
I still like it better against the Falcons than the Panthers going against Cowboys.
But plays like that is why it's so hard to sit guys you draft in the first 3 rounds because one play can
Speak
do
for
that.
yourself.
But
You see, at least the Cowboys have Parsons. I'm terrified of him.
No, I am.
For the future, he's way too fast on the field. I mean, there's nobody on the Falcons defense that can do that. Nobody.
I agree.
So
I got a lot to think about because I tend to fade you, but I do appreciate Joe's advice.
Joe's advice.
He's 3-0. You're 1-2. Get out of my face.
But you
Winners talk to winners. That's all I'm saying.
Never had a championship in life. You wouldn't even think about Parsons until I just said that.
No, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Parsons doesn't matter.
No, doesn't matter to me.
He could play fucking 4 positions. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter to me. Let's move on.
Texans, Bills.
Josh Allen is back.
It's 1 game.
That's been 2 games now.
No, the second game he threw less than 50%.
This one he threw fucking 80%.
Yeah.
5 touchdowns, 356 yards.
I think you should trade now for Zach Moss if you can.
Yeah, he caught all 3 targets. He had a good game.
I think that it's simply, I think it's the fumbles that Singletary is just not going to play no more. Every time he touches the ball, he puts it on the ground.
He never should have been getting the ball. We talked about it last year. Zach Moss is the better running back. No ifs, ands, or buts. But he doesn't have that pass catching ability as well as Singletary does. But the problem is Singletary can't hold on to the football. I agree. I said it last week. You should pick up Zach Moss if he's on waivers.
Yep. There you go. Now you're too late.
Yep. Cole Beasley. He's an absolute stud. What are you going to do?
Pick him up still.
Yeah, he's 55, 60% owned in most in leagues. So, was it tied for 3rd most targets in the red zone? That's what it was, right?
I don't know. That's your stat.
wait, you're talking about?
I got it.
You
Yeah,
wrote it down.
tied for 3rd. Tied for 3rd. 6 red zone targets. Doesn't have a touchdown yet.
I'll tell you why, because there's no one else on that team. Sanders. What happens to Diggs?
What about Diggs?
Diggs is like a dud right now.
Yeah, that's concerning, right?
A little
he
bit.
hasn't been what he was last year, but he started off a little slow last year, so.
Yeah, I mean, trying to just work the offense. The offense looks much better than it has the first 2 weeks. They're back on track, and I think they blow out the Texans. Texans defense has not looked bad.
17
mediocre.
spread, by the way.
17?
Fade that.
Wow.
I'm not giving
That's
17.
No, I'm not giving 17
Not-
either.
not
That's
in
way
a-
too much.
Not against the Texans. You got Cooked.
I'm not betting on the Texans either, but good God.
Cook's not ranked wide receiver 2.
Yeah. Sitting him this week, though, right?
If that's what I said.
I
You
don't
said
know.
it.
I wanted to sit him, and you picked him first.
I do have him as a dud.
Yeah.
That means start him. Bang.
Bang! Can we talk about David Mills and how big his neck is? Just real quick.
He looked pretty decent out there, not gonna lie.
That's because he's like a giraffe can see over the line.
Who's the other? He was a Texans QB. The other tall one. They went from the Broncos.
Osweiler?
Osweiler, baby.
Brock
Osweiler.
I want a Brock.
He had a neck. He's the tallest wide receiver.
Mills has a neck, dude.
Okay.
Mills looks like a fucking giraffe.
Osweiler is the tallest QB to ever start.
I think you're right, but
I am right.
But
Davis Mills' neck is at least 6 feet long.
I mean, you guys are shocked about that, but did you see the picture between him and the Giants backup?
Who?
Who's the Giants backup QB?
I'll look it up.
It's the one that was on the Bucs.
He's on the Bucks. Mike Glennon.
Yeah.
he's got a big neck.
Yeah,
too.
neck.
We gotta have a neck competition.
We should.
We
I
got
thought
Davis
this was
Mills,
We should get the
Mike
guy
Glennon,
guy from TikTok and YouTube and all that.
pencil neck. No, what was his name? The long neck guy.
Yeah, long neck.
Daddy Long Neck or
Daddy
whatever.
Long
Yeah.
Get them in a side by
Long
side
neck, too.
picture.
Davis Mills has got him ball.
I couldn't even tell the difference between the regular photo and the photoshopped photo because it's that bad.
It is a Photoshop though.
There is one. But
There's one out there,
it's
but
extremely exaggerated, but it still looks the same to me.
That's pretty bad.
Enough about Nets. Giants versus Saints.
Talk about neck. Look at the Giants.
The Giants just hang it up right now.
Saquon looks better.
Yeah, not against Saints.
No.
It's an awful matchup. You thought it was getting better than versus Saints.
I think, although he got more touches, he doesn't have that explosion that he used to have.
No, he doesn't have that second.
There's a few plays where I was like, man, if that was old Saquon, he takes that for 20, 30 yards.
Yeah.
It just sucks.
And you know what? He's big enough to just constantly get 4 yards on the ground, but he's a little bitch. He just doesn't want to run over people. I swear to God, every time it's not even a spin move like JoJo. It's a stutter and then a juke. Every time. It's like I have Tourette's over here. That's what it is.
I thought you were having a panic attack or something.
No,
freaking me out a little bit.
Diabetic seizure.
A little diabetic shock. Yeah, no, he's dust. That's what I think.
The whole team, Giants, dust.
He might be dust, but he still clearly has fantasy value. He got in the end zone. He gets a ton of work.
There's no fantasy value. 0 versus Saints.
All right, maybe.
I 100% agree with what he just said.
100% facts.
100% agree.
Sit Barkley this week.
Over the past 5 years, the Saints have just been the best against the run.
Watch him catch 10 balls this week for 100 yards and a touchdown.
The last 3 games, they averaged 60 yards on the ground. 60.
I'm not saying he's going to run well.
Denver played the Jets, and they averaged 59. And Carolina somehow, nobody's running on Carolina.
They have fucking that D tackle that was 3rd overall.
Okay. I was just saying, nobody can stop.
He should have been the 1st overall pick that year. Sorry.
No, I do agree. We'll find out later if Saquon's my sit of the week or not, because Mike has a problem with somebody who I paid as a sit.
Joe Green, do you agree that you can't sit people like multiple times? This would be the 3rd time he's sitting them.
I don't have a problem with sitting multiple times. I think we got to lay off the back-to-backs.
Yeah, that's what he said. Lay off the back-to-backs, and I wanted to do Damian Harris again.
We've only in week 4, and he's picking him 3 times.
That's not my fault. If you draft him in the 1st round, I told you not to draft him. Then you still have to start him.
And then he's picking QBs that are not even fantasy relevant.
Well, what did we give you on Baker? I couldn't have
a loss.
It's a loss.
Okay, I was going to say, I hope that was a loss.
Yeah, give me a loss. I'm an honest man. You know, we had a handshake deal.
I wasn't sure because he only scored like 17, 18 fantasy.
It's a loss.
Yeah, I thought so. I just was making sure.
I don't want. There's nothing. There's not even anything to talk about but Kamara on the Saints offense.
Yeah. He looks better.
Like Callaway had like one touch, had a touchdown, but
that was a miracle touchdown.
It was still bad. There's nobody.
I don't even think Jameis looked that good.
No,
Jameis. Like I think he just came out that first game, balled out. That's about it. It's about. That's his ceiling.
He said, "Put me in the Hall of Fame."
What do you think of Galloway? Galladay. Jesus.
Galladay?
Yeah.
You know my opinion on Galladay.
I think
but no Shepard, no Darius Slayton, right?
How many times are you gonna drop the ball this week? Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I mean, Marshawn Lattimore, it's a brutal matchup. Yeah, that's pretty. Evan Ingram season.
No.
Get out. Get out.
He dropped the first ball thrown to him, and hit him in his hands.
That what was it? CJ Board? Yeah.
He looks the best one out there.
He did. He looked nice catch.
What's his name? Colin Johnson. Don't sleep on Colin Johnson.
Yo, Colin Johnson, Jackson.
He's actually
Jaguar
huge.
legend.
He's actually a big boy.
Don't sleep on him.
I think he might replace Galladay soon.
He's gonna be in DFS lineup this week for sure.
I think it's him and Tony that you have to put in DFS.
Tony's not good, man.
Tony had a couple of big plays last week,
but he's not good. I mean, it's always opportunity, I guess, but
he can't be good, right? Urban wanted him.
Yeah, see,
that's a fact.
See, proof is in the pudding, boys.
Chiefs versus the shitty Eagles. Thanks for the beautiful win this week. Chiefs have to dominate.
They're going to win by 100.
All right, like whatever.
7-point spread.
Whatever.
It's nuts.
That's it. They're winning by like at least 21.
Hold on.
Double check, but I'm
hold on. Get the fuck out of here. The Bills are 17.5-point favorites against the Texans, but the Chiefs are
6-point spread.
I'm slamming.
Get the fuck out of here.
Spread.
I have no money.
Who do the Chiefs play the week after? Week 5.
Week 5. Let me pull up.
We'll get into it.
Go ahead. Keep continuing. Pull it up.
I think Travis Kelsey is going to break tight end records this week against the Eagles. They've been historically bad against tight end.
You want to jump on the historically bad about tight ends only in week 4 already? Because you said it last week against Hawkinson.
I'm talking about it historically, not just the past couple weeks. I'm talking about year after year after year after year.
Just asking.
Yeah.
McLeod was out, so I want to point that out last week.
I mean, if you want to go back to yesterday, Dalton Schultz 8.
I'm saying McLeod. That's who would be
You're
covering.
telling me
That's
Dalton
who would be
Schultz.
covering the fucking tight end. What
You're
don't you
telling me
understand? Their
Dalton
stud
Schultz.
safety is out.
You're telling me Dalton Schultz and Travis Kelsey are on the same level of talent? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
What?
Why are we even doing this podcast?
I don't know.
What is this?
We already know Kelsey's going to eat. He's not going to break no tight end record.
You could easily break tight end records.
I don't know.
I guarantee Gronk or his hitman Hernandez has a better record than Kelsey. What's the record?
For tight end?
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
Look,
By the way, they
I
play
want-
the Bills
Not Kyle
next
Pitts.
week.
They play the Bills next week.
Yeah, after the Eagles this week.
Ooh, that could be a letdown game. It could be a look ahead. I really like Miles Sanders in this one. He's one of my starts of the week.
Okay.
What?
Just
K me.
Just K.
Oh, Shannon Sharp has the record. 212 yards.
Shannon Sharp.
214.
You mean Baltimore Ravens tight end great?
Yes. George Kittle is the next third, 210. I have no idea who this is. Some
Oh,
guy
guess we
from
had a bounce
1960.
back game. Kittle, baby.
I lost my train of thought. The Chiefs just been giving up yards after yards to everybody on the ground. Let me pull it up.
I love this. You say Sanders is going to be your player of the week, but then these are your notes. You said Eagles should play Gainwell more.
I do think they should play Gainwell more. They're not going to. They only play him when they're out of the game. They have no shot at winning. It's just an opinion. Okay. I'm giving you facts, and then I'm giving you my opinion. It's two different things.
How did they only rush the ball twice with Miles Sanders last night? That's a crime.
That's what I'm saying.
Gotta love it.
Squeaky wheel. It's gonna be a squeaky wheel this week, and he's gonna get the oil.
I'm slamming the Chiefs.
-7.
I don't know
said
about
six.
that.
6. Sorry,
It's
-6.
Kansas City's giving up 270 passing yards. I'm looking for rushing yards. God damn
They
it.
get annihilated on the ground. Absolutely
Yeah,
annihilated.
160 per game on the ground.
Remember, they played the
Or
Ravens.
they played
and
the
Browns.
Ravens that they had
Ravens and
212 rushing yards.
I mean, the Chargers killed them too. So
Yeah, Chargers killed them too.
We're gonna talk about the suspended man that's now reinstated on the Chiefs.
Yeah, I guess. Josh
Gordon.
Picking him up.
Gordon Ramsay? No.
Yeah, I wrote it in the not DFS article, the waiver wire article. I was like, I'm just putting his name here because you're just gonna pick him up anyway. You're not gonna listen to my fucking advice. If you see Josh Gordon get signed to the Chiefs, no matter what I say, that's what you're gonna go and do. You're gonna see in our league it's gonna be 9 people put in a claim for Josh Gordon.
if we had fab money, someone literally would spend their whole entire thing on Josh Gordon just based off how well he played 7 years ago or whatever it was when he was good.
The wild part is every time he ever gets like just one game with somebody, he plays well.
Yeah.
He's so good.
I don't know. His last stint with the Seahawks was bad.
Let me just say this.
He had like four catches, like 80 yards in one game, and then he got suspended again.
Let me just say, for the 10th time of the season, the Chiefs do not support a wide receiver 2 on their offense. They've never had higher than ranked 42. It's going to stay that way.
I agree.
You dumb fucks.
I mean, I agree.
They've had Watkins in supposedly prime. They've had first round pick Hardman.
He's not very good.
Not good.
I'm just convinced now that Mikko Hartman is just not a great football player.
He's
Like,
not. He's not.
You know,
He can't run. He can't run routes. Sorry.
he can run. He can definitely
He
run.
can't run routes.
Can't run.
But like,
routes.
if you like, Sammy Watkins couldn't stay healthy. I am not picking up Josh Gordon. I'm one of the 4 people in the league who are like, no, I'm not wasting my waiver wire pick on him.
Just to tell you his stats with the Seahawks, in 5 games he had 7 catches for 139 yards. His best game was 1 catch for 58 yards.
58 yards.
1
There you
catch.
go.
That's useful.
That's
in a run first offense. It's useful. He used to be an all pro. I'm not condoning it. I want nothing to do with Josh Gordon. His time's come and went. No, that's all I got to say. You brought him up. I was going to try to avoid having to talk about him.
I think we have to.
I guess.
We're a fantasy.
I agree. You had to bring it up.
And
you have to bring it up just so we can.
Degenerates. I think we have to talk about the number one degenerates in the
fair.
league.
That's fact.
That's a fair point.
You think we should? I mean, I think you, because you're the most useless one here. I think you should sacrifice and pick up the degenerate to give him one more try.
Yeah, because I'm 3-0. That's why you want me to pick him up.
And start him.
You should drop one of those running backs.
Sacrifice him. Maybe I won't be the highest scorer for once if I start him.
Yeah.
I had you.
Oh yeah,
I was close.
I had it with a QB left. I had you.
Yeah, it happened by 1 point when I had Jalen Hurts left. Yeah.
Yeah, he almost lost it for you.
Oh yeah, it was real close.
My
defense
at
-8
-8 points.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, that ain't good.
Let's cap it off to my favorite game of the week: Panthers, Cowboys. Love it.
We have like 5 more games left.
Well, I capped off the Eagles.
Oh, okay.
Now we're on to my favorite game of the week.
Sorry.
Sammy Smooches Darnold. That's a tongue twister.
I know.
Chubba Hubbard.
Love Chubba.
Going against the Cowboys.
Hopefully you draft Chubba. Otherwise you have to hopefully get him on the waiver.
I think Sam Darnold's going to throw a huge game this week.
Yep. DJ Moore. Big DJ
Moore.
Moore guy. He loves DJ Moore.
I think Marshall's going to have a good game this week. I think Anderson's not going to have a good game this week.
Yep. He sees Adam Gase's face when he hears Robbie Anderson's name.
Cowboys. Do you think this Zeke thing is a little fluke, or that was just a good matchup?
I mean, he's one of my sits of the week this week. It's the defense is way too good against the run, but he did look much better.
But yeah, he
look really good.
But it should have been a sit last week against the Eagles rush defense, because which is technically, I think, the top 5 in rush defense as well.
I mean, I wouldn't go as far as saying top 5. I'm trying to find them real quick, but they're good. No, they've always been good against the run. That's been their strong suit. They're actually real bad right now.
Yeah.
I mean, they let up 160 last night to Zeke and Pollard. That kind of hurts him a little bit.
Yeah.
No, Zeke looked very good. He looked like his old self. I think it was a little motivation because of Tony Pollard.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, this kid's, he's gonna take my job. I gotta put a whole shirt on and actually run the ball.
So you think it was just the airflow was restricting him?
Yeah, he wasn't drafting behind his lineman. He was.
The shirt stops the ridges in his abs, so like it's smooth airflow along the waist. I think so too.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Amari Cooper. I thought he was really good. What happened?
2 points good.
He's not good enough. Not good enough to secure a win if you were down like 14, 15, 16 points.
How about being down 5 points and still not winning?
Oh, man. Imagine that.
Imagine. I don't know. Rest in peace, Jesse Colucci, the fake Italian stallion. Can I have that a stallion right here? And then a picture of
yeah, because he's done so well with this green screen.
We've got it back. We've got it back. Green screen's doing good.
What was I going to say? Amari Cooper is not the wide receiver one on this team. Can everybody in this room agree?
Well, wait. I mean, if you look, both of them stunk last game. Like, CD had 1 catch for the 50 yards, and then other than
that's a whole lot more fantasy points than.
And then if you look at the targets, Amari had more targets than CD that game. So I would just chalk it up to the game plan was run it down the Eagles' throat.
Yeah.
You mean throw it to the tight end?
No, that too. I mean, Schultz led the team and everything.
Because the Eagles are very bad.
Shout out to Joe Green for posting bad stats on.
Yeah, what an idiot.
Yeah, I blame that on Kaluch for getting us all in a rile for losing fantasy, but
it's fair. Let's move on. This game could be chock full.
Seahawks, 49ers. Let's run the ball. Let's start the decaf. I don't know who's the 49ers are going to run with, Sermon or maybe Mitchell's back.
Kyle Juszczyk.
I don't know why you even wrote that.
No, that's
What do
actually
you-
concerning. He had more snaps than Trey Sermon.
Yeah.
But it was also his first. Sermon was awful, just off of a concussion protocol, and he's a rookie. What did you expect?
That's not good, though. Like,
There's
not
a
good.
There's a reason I traded for him and I didn't start him.
they played. Wait, first of all, on the rookie part, Elijah Mitchell was a rookie. He was drafted 2 rounds later than Trey Sermon. They giving him the ball all the time the week before.
Well, I think that was he was never going to be the starter, Mitchell, from the beginning, but I think it just happened to be that way because of his play style to complement Mustard.
Mustard.
It just worked out because he was going to have just a game plan just because of his speed.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with Trey Sermon losing carries to Kyle's Juszczyk?
I
Fullback.
just said
Big fullback.
he
guy.
had a concussion, his first week back, and whatever his fucking name is, he's pass protection.
I'd feel way more confident in Kyle Juszczyk this week.
So
than-
start him. Do it.
He's my start of the week.
Yikes.
He's one of my the
Like
The
what
thing
is
I
it,
had was
40 yards. Is
if Mitchell plays, then it's going to be Mitchell because he's the pass catching back. But if he's out, then Juszczyk is going to get those targets. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's a fact. Happened last week. Off a concussion. Get the fuck out of here.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
Seahawks getting
I just
killed.
love proving people wrong.
Okay. That's what you keep saying. Seahawks been giving up 155 yards on the ground. They've also given up, I believe it was 10 targets a game to running backs.
Oh, Sermon looking good.
If you
It's
say
gonna
so.
be Mitchell.
Are you gonna start Sermon?
No, I don't need to.
It's a plus matchup. If he's the starting running back, if it's not concerning, then why would you be afraid to start Sermon?
'Cause I have better opportunities.
But it's the
elsewhere.
best matchup on the board.
No, it's not. He's
Okay.
still not the best matchup.
By
not
the
on my team.
by the numbers, it's the best matchup you're gonna get for a running back.
And this is a person that sat Debo like 3 times already.
Me? Yeah.
Let's start Mike Evans.
I have Mike Evans is a top 20 wide receiver.
Wow. Where did you draft him? To be top 10.
I hope he'll be there. He's always there. You're never happy with the way he gets there, but he's always there.
Tyler Lockett hurt.
Yeah, I didn't mention that. I don't know what the injury actually was.
I think it was ribs.
No, I felt like it was a leg injury.
I thought it was leg.
Oh, was it?
But he came
I
back
think
in
it's
the
his
game.
hamstring or something.
He wound up coming back.
Calf or hamstring.
I got you. I'm pulling it up.
He wound up playing again in the fourth quarter. So,
Oh, it was a knee injury.
oh,
Yeah, there you go.
jeez.
He's done for a year.
No, he came back.
he came back. I do think that DK is going to start chipping away at that workload, though.
I remember when Kyle Kittle was garbage, apparently to you last week.
Me?
Who?
He
I
said
didn't
Kittle
say
was
that.
bad.
I don't think
He's always injured.
I do think he's
Always injured.
That doesn't mean garbage. It just means
Back in
that-
Iowa, he's missed 4 games.
Let's go back to the notes from last week. You want to just make lies.
We have it on text message. You sent me a whole thing back from all the way from today's date all the way back
You
to
say
Iowa.
he never gets hurt. It's not true.
Back to Iowa.
No, that was all.
He's definitely
all
gotten
the
hurt.
NFL.
He missed like half of last year, if not more.
Yeah, last year was his big year. Besides that, he's missed 2 games a year.
For a tight end, that's a decent amount of time.
That's a decent chunk of time.
He missed
It's
4
almost
games
half.
in-
It's almost half his time.
Oh my god. I'm skipping ahead. Cardinals
You should.
versus Rams. We have the MVP so far, Stafford and Cup, the best duo in the land, going against a pretty decent Cardinals defense so far.
This is probably the game of the week.
We're
Yeah.
saying that about every game.
I'm not saying that.
This is the first game I said.
Yeah, I just want to see Panthers Cowboys.
I mean, we also have the Patriots box. Like,
Come on, let's be
That-
real.
to
Let's
me,
be
that-
real.
I-
Let's be real.
That's
Is that
been,
gonna be a good game?
that's been talked about on ESPN so much. It's not even like I have no interest in seeing that. Who cares? Tom Brady's going back.
Patriots fans care. Biggest return since LeBron to Cleveland?
Apparently.
LeBron on Monday Night Football. You know, just because it's an ESPN thing.
Let's ask you this question: Did you
here.
see enough from Sony Michel to be scared?
Yeah.
Fuck no.
I
looked
thought
good.
It was good.
Fuck no.
He
He had
looked good.
67 yards and 20 carries. Fuck no.
That's about what Henderson gets.
No, fuck no.
Listen,
Is Henderson?
he's gonna
playing this
eat
week?
into that workload.
Is Henderson playing this week?
They said he's trending towards playing.
All right, so Sony's the starter.
Yep.
Let's talk about DeSean Jackson. Like I said before, 5 targets, 3 catches for 120 yards, 1 touchdown. One of those targets was a bomb for about 60 yards, which Stafford, the MVP, missed. All right, just straight up missed. All right,
He did miss it.
straight up.
But you said one really bad throw. He threw the ball 65 yards. He was short. D-Jax has no breaks. Let's just put it like that.
All gas, no brakes.
It's
Exactly.
like if that ball was to Tyreek Hill's stopping, coming back and catching that ball.
Yeah, exactly. But like I said, Jackson should have 4 catches for 200 yards and 2 TDs.
Boom or bust.
Put him in the flex this week, baby. Going against the Cardinals D. He's gonna burn the top off of him.
Okay. I
You wanna-
say so. No, I just
You wanna put money on it?
It's a wild take.
think it's I think it's I would consider it a wild take.
All right. He didn't want my
You got
money.
Buda Baker back there.
He didn't want my money.
I don't know, man. I don't want your money.
He's scared after Kyle Pitts is not gonna be top 6.
I'm worried. I'm second
You
guessing.
don't owe
myself.
me the steak dinner
Why would I owe you a steak dinner?
because of that.
We didn't bet a steak dinner
I
on
bet
that.
$50. That's a steak dinner.
We're at Applebee's. What the hell? Is that a steak
Yeah, well,
dinner?
Mike likes all. Mike likes
New
all.
York, it is $50 for Applebee's steak, but
Mike likes all his beef well done.
no, I don't.
It's a fact.
I only like my hamburgers well done.
Fucking hockey pucks.
I like my steak medium rare.
You could break a brick wall with the way Mike eats a steak.
No.
Derrick Henry couldn't run through a steak that you cooked.
Hamburger, yes. Steak medium rare.
Whatever.
How many
Whatever.
high-end steak places have we been to?
Not enough.
Enough that you should know I don't like it fucking well done.
Is there a better duo than Stafford and Cooper Kupp?
Not currently.
I agree. I feel like he's gonna say that it's DeSean Jackson.
No, that's stupid. White on white crime over here.
Jesus.
Dude, stop saying that.
I'm just clicking.
If I was a Darrell Henderson owner, I would be a little worried. I don't care what you say. I would be a slightly bit
Yeah.
worried that he's going to eat into workload.
I mean, yeah, the Rams traded one of their only picks left of this that's coming.
I'd be
draft.
worried if they traded for Marlon Mack more than I am about Sony Michel.
That's because Marlon Mack is very good.
Exactly.
I've been
He's
saying
better-
that
he's
for
better than
years.
Sony Michel.
Listen, I don't think Sony Michel's very good, but I do think he looked good. Because I don't think Darrell Henderson is very good either.
Agree to disagree.
Okay.
That's biased, if I say so myself.
Slightly racist.
Steelers versus Packers. Najee season is upon us, not because of his rushing game, but because he can catch everything you throw his way.
Mike, correct me if I'm wrong.
What?
Didn't you guarantee 100 rushing yards last week?
I did. I guaranteed
Give
it.
him a loss just for that.
That's what I said.
I didn't know-
guarantee 100.
I
You
didn't
did get
know-
100 yards. You got
Yeah,
100
Almost the
passing
rushing.
yards.
I didn't know the Steelers were this bad.
I've been telling you all
I've
year.
been telling you the offensive
Yeah,
line
but
can't
I
block.
thought they would still be able to like have a good matchup and a good game.
They can't run block.
They can't anything block.
I think he leads the league in contact before the line of scrimmage. It was some stat like that. I'm pretty sure he leads the league.
Did you get that PFF or?
No, in Fantasy Pros. Fantasy Pros is all the great advanced stats right now.
So
It's gonna be another big Najee week. I'm telling you right now.
So you're saying the Packers, who have one of the best pass rush, is just gonna dominate? Yeah.
Because what happens with the Packers is
Stays with the Packers.
What the hell?
killing me here. They just give up passes to the running back.
Yeah.
That's
We
Najee.
We saw that.
Yeah, saw it last week. Saw week
I'm
4.
not
Saw it
arguing.
all last year.
I'm not arguing it.
So you're saying because they have a great pass rush, means nothing.
No, I'm just saying that the
'Cause-
Steelers are gonna die.
I hope Big Ben dies.
Steelers are gonna die.
No,
Dwayne Haskins season.
I don't want that.
No one wants that.
No. Good job, Mike. I do think that Najee is in for another big game, but outside of that, I really wouldn't trust anybody else on the Steelers right now.
10 catches for.
You're not even Claypool. I thought he had a lot of.
He
had a lot of catches.
Does, but he's got to have enough time to throw the ball to him.
Yeah, well, he kind of took Juju's role. I mean, I don't remember
He
how
had
early
to.
Juju got hurt in the game, but I mean, Claypool.
He got hurt in like the middle of the third.
I mean, that's where Claypool should be playing, but
because he had a ton of targets. I'm gonna go look it up. I thought he had like 17.
I thought it was.
they threw the
15,
ball an
15.
absurd amount of times.
15 targets, 9 catches for 96 yards.
Yeah, Johnson. That's Johnson's role.
Yeah.
Forget Juju. Who cares about Juju?
Mike, you wrote this, since I know, because I'm a Steeler fan, I would never write something this ridiculous. Juju is out. Washington is in play for a waiver wire this week, especially ...
I didn't put dots.
Oh, I'm saying because that's not a finished sentence.
Oh, yeah. I mean, especially because Juju's out. And Johnson's
So
out.
you're going to say it twice? No.
Oh, and Johnson's out, too.
James Washington is not good at football. Let's just
I don't think he's bad.
He'd probably start on the Giants, I guess.
He'd start on the Jets.
That's not saying even less. With the Packers, you know what you're getting. You're getting the three-headed monster.
Adams.
With Adams, who should not have been allowed back in that game after being knocked out unconscious.
Absurd.
There's a rule against that. If you're actually on... No. Somebody said it, and then they looked it up. That's what it is. You cannot come back in the game if you were unconscious. They claimed he wasn't unconscious.
He wasn't.
No, his
He
eyes
was dead
rolled to the back of his head. He was 100% unconscious.
He was on the ground for like 5 minutes.
That was terrible.
They made Cam Newton came back that one game. So
Look what happened to him.
That was
His arms are now noodles.
That was pre when they started really checking for these things.
Yeah.
I have nothing to say about this game. Ravens versus Broncos. My only thing I have to say about this game is Broncos finally going to have to rely on their offense going against Ravens D. I mean, going opposite against the Ravens.
I agree.
Yeah.
No, yeah, there's not a crazy amount of information because everybody's hurt on the Broncos. You have KJ Hamler tore his ACL, Jerry Jeudy out. So you just have
Sutton sucks.
Sutton sucks.
He didn't look good.
I mean,
He looked good the week before.
Yeah,
I'm
week
not
before.
really putting much into that performance.
Yeah, that's what I think what Mike's trying to say is the Broncos haven't had to do anything.
they haven't had their defense has been carrying them, and this is the first time they're actually going to go against the offensive
An NFL team? Yeah.
An NFL team that is
They've
going to
played 3 non-NFL teams essentially.
exactly.
Yeah, no, pretty much.
I mean, Broncos are 3-0. Come on, no one expected this.
I mean, I did when I knew their schedule started like this.
Why don't you let us know?
Yeah.
You know, that's a prop bet. Come on.
I will say they can't run the ball. If you couldn't run on the 3 teams they ran, I mean, yeah, like Melvin Gordon had 100 yards against the Giants, but it took like a million tries for them to break a 70-yarder.
Yeah, but that's the game you would say he would never run the ball to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I'm saying they didn't run well against the Jaguars, didn't run well against the Jets. Now they got the Ravens. I don't know. Not loving Javonte Williams and Melvin Gordon currently.
No.
They keep putting fantasy points on the board, so
Melvin Gordon with the catches.
yeah. Which is something is surprising because Javonte, I think, is the better pass catcher at this point in his career.
Yeah, I would agree too.
Like Melvin Gordon used to be a PPR machine for the 1.5 years he used to catch the ball, but now it's kind of late in his career for that.
That's because they had Philip Rivers throwing the ball.
Very true.
The best, one of the best to ever do it to the running back.
Well, I don't know if you're totally right on that. Melvin has 6 catches to Devontae's 5. Yeah, that's actually kind of sad.
Dude, they split it so evenly. It's so
really
strange what they're doing.
I love it, 50-50.
Doesn't make any sense to me.
By the way, Rashad Bateman's back this week. We didn't really talk about it. I don't know that he has a whole bunch of value anyway.
Not yet.
He's like
Not
5'3". He's tiny.
The Ravens are going to need it against this Broncos secondary, but
I don't think Rashad Bateman's 5'3". Or like
no, he
small.
said in college he said he was 6'3".
Yeah,
and then at the
he's like 5'11",
and he's 5'11".
I was gonna say I thought he was.
I don't
tall.
know. That's like that one time you said I was 5'9".
Yeah, I
Just
can't
a clear lie.
I can't guess heights, man.
Let's move on. Bucks versus Patriots. Tom Brady and Gronk revenge game? Question mark?
I think Gronk more revenge game. He's been carrying the ball He's done everything.
Patriots have given up 4 points per game to the tight end. It's just
Still Gronk. I think Gronk wants to just dunk the ball on what's his name.
You know they're gonna get down to the goal line and throw that ball to him at least 3 times.
Yeah.
Yes, I think Belichick. I think he just wants to spike that ball right in Belichick's face.
You know he does.
Yeah, 100%.
I bet you we see a Brady sneak touchdown and a Gronk.
You wanted to trade me the Lions?
sounds like great prop bet parlay
I'm
right
just
there.
saying, I think that they'll both happen.
No, I don't disagree. It was just a stat that I saw is that the Patriots are number 1 against tight end this year. For whatever it's worth.
I'm stunned that Brady's the number 1 quarterback right now, fantasy wise. I never saw that coming.
I put him at 7th ranked last year, and you said there's no way that old man is going to do it. I don't know why you're shocked.
Once again, I didn't think he'd be the better than the running quarterbacks.
I said 50 touchdowns last year. I think he had 40, 44 or something.
He had like a lot. Yeah, he had 40 something.
This year he's going for 50.
He might go for 60.
Let's see. You right about that?
On ESPN, if you go on their score leaders.
Stop using ESPN for the love of God. Kyler Murray is number 1.
And what scoring format? And our scoring format's different than normal.
All right, Tom Brady is number 2. So does it matter?
He's
2
number
or
2.
1?
Oh, all right. 2 or 1.
No, it doesn't matter. By 2 points.
By 2 points.
A little bit less than 2 points.
How many touchdowns does he have on a year?
He's 10. And then a rushing one, so 11.
Yeah.
He's going for 60.
Probably. He's on pace.
He's going for the record. And guess
He
who's not
should
gonna,
get the record.
guess who's not going to help him? Mike Evans.
Just low blow after low blow for no reason. I don't get it.
I don't understand why you think Mike Evans isn't going to help him.
He's
I just want
a touchdown machine. Touchdown machine.
Just not lately.
What do you mean? He had week 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
He's got 2 touchdowns.
Mike Evans is due for 14 a year.
It's week 4. Relax. He's gonna catch 3 more next week. 3 more the week after.
This is just the.
You've been telling me to relax on Kyle Pitts all year.
I gave up on Kyle Pitts. Leave me alone.
I haven't been. It's week 3.
I didn't give up, but I'm mentally unstable about him. Let's say that. Real quick, I do want to say that Rojo's lost the job. You can drop him.
He fucking sucks.
You can drop him.
So
we didn't get one good drinking game out of this.
No, it's not even worth it anymore. He's not going to play enough.
Of course, like Giovanni Bernard sprains his MCL in the last play of the game.
So
you're saying it's a Vaughn comeback?
I don't know.
No.
Probably not.
I wish.
I remember when you were so high on him.
I still am. Keyshawn Vaughn.
Good name.
Great football name.
Next up to the 4th best game of the week.
This is going to be a good game.
It's a good game.
It's Monday night.
Is Raiders versus the Las Vegas Raiders, because I have to say it like that, versus the LA Chargers. Right there, LA.
Yeah,
they move
they move around a lot.
Yeah.
They're definitely LA.
These people
They're definitely LA.
Who knows? Ruggs is an actual wide receiver. 237 yards on the season so far. 11 catches, 1 TD.
I would absolutely buy him right now.
Did we all just miss out on Ruggs this whole year?
He just did me dirty last year. I don't have him ranked crazy low. Like, I have him in the top 40 for sure, but I didn't expect Derek Carr to throw 1,200 yards through 3 weeks.
I didn't expect him to throw the ball this much either.
But now we have to readjust. I think that Gruden finally understands that, hey, I can't just run the ball 35 times a game. Peyton Barber, who's ahead of Kenyon Drake on the depth chart.
Makes no sense.
And I got 5 trade offers last night after the Monday night game. People like, hey, do you want Kenyon Drake? 3 different leagues. Do you want Kenyon Drake? No, I don't want Kenyon Drake. He lost his job to Peyton fucking Barber.
Peyton Barber's been stealing jobs left and right.
Remember last year he took Antonio Gibson's job the first 2 weeks?
Fucking unreal. I hate this guy.
He always does it.
He's good, I guess.
No, back on Ruggs, I actually think he has good value now.
I think so, too.
Because if you're going to get a 4 this past week with 4 catches, 70 yards, and then if he catches the big bomb, like he missed it last week by like an inch, I mean, then you're talking about 20-point week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they're finally using him.
I think he's safe. As long as he keeps getting 6 targets a game, I think you're good to play him.
Yeah, like last year I was high on him, crazy fast, but he was literally just running decoy routes.
Yeah.
Like he was open, they just wouldn't throw him the ball.
No, Carr didn't trust him.
Well, now he trusts him now,
No,
so
now he
there's
does.
definitely a lot of value there. Like we talked about Renfro before, second in Renfro, because he's not third in Renfro anymore.
Clearly not.
Like I said, I didn't expect Derek Carr to throw the ball as much as he is, so now I have to readjust my opinion on all of the Raiders, unfortunately. And they all look good. They do look good.
I don't know about Brian Edwards.
Fuck Brian Edwards. He still stinks.
I mean,
He puts up 11 a week, I guess, but I just don't think he's.
I mean,
confident?
No, I'm not.
I would not play him, but I mean, for the sake of the Raiders, he looks good on the Raiders.
Yeah,
During-
that's how I.
When we get closer to bye weeks, there's value there, but right now, no.
He's the fourth option on a team that's supposed to run the ball.
I think not this
Turf
year.
Toe's a team killer, man.
Yeah.
It's a team killer. Changes the whole dynamic of a team.
I think as the Raiders, having having Edwards as your wide receiver too, down the line whenever you find that real stud, I think it's going to be good.
I hope. I hope.
I hope so.
I hope.
But guess what? You're going to lose your fucking first game this week against the Chargers.
I wouldn't be shocked. Chargers are really good right now, man. Justin Herbert's
they look
a
good.
stud. Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
he's good.
He did hurt his hand in the
Who?
last play.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
He was icing it
Oh.
during the press. Herbert.
Oh.
What are you, a fucking owl? Jesus Christ.
I thought you were talking about Mike
He's
Williams.
asking me a question. Mike Williams. I told you so.
Yeah.
I told you so.
What a guy.
I love him.
I love it.
Yeah. It's a damn shame. I told Mike too much information about Mike Williams.
So one time I believed him, and guess what? 10th round pickup, baby. Mike Williams, wide receiver 2 in the league, 10 targets per game, 6 catches per game, 4 touchdowns on the year. This is what Mike Evans should be doing.
Yeah, I mean, if I drafted Mike Evans in the 10th round, that's fine. Listen,
100%.
I'm a big believer in Mike Williams. I've also owned Mike Williams the last 3 years, so I have a distaste for him. Just because I'm off of him because of personal reasons. I told everybody in June, Mike Evans is gonna win fantasy leagues. It's a fact.
Mike
Stays
Williams.
healthy.
He's absolutely a league winner.
Yeah.
Like, unquestionably the league winner right now.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
If my team can just win, I would have DK and Mike Williams on the same team. 2 monsters.
Listen, do me a favor. If you lose next 2 weeks, just trade him my way, right?
I'm not.
He'll be trash again. Don't worry, he'll be trash again after.
10th round keeper.
Could be.
Yeah, give me DK then. You're not going to keep DK again.
No,
Yeah.
not if I have Mike Williams.
I don't even know if you can keep DK again.
Yes, I can. I
Yeah,
only
he's
kept
got one
him
more
once.
year.
Oh, right.
I only kept him once.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Bang.
Right. Bang.
About the studs and duds.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yes,
Let's get
of
into it.
course.
Go ahead, Mike.
Guess what, everybody?
We suck again.
We suck again.
I'll go over it.
Yeah, you go over it because I have to get it right.
We were both 1-4. Mike had
Supposedly.
Najee Harris. We do not count Juju because he was hurt. Mike had Najee Harris as a stud. I had Damian Harris as a sit. Which
That's
was
it.
Easy. We lost Kenny Galladay because he doesn't know how to catch a football. Jamar Chase because he's good at football. Antonio Gibson because... Why, Mike?
One catch.
One catch.
One
Those
catch.
are all Mike's losses. Mine, Debo. I don't know what happened there. Brandon Ayuk wound up showing up for that game. Kyle Pitts, I hate you. Brandon Cooks, it's whatever. And Baker Mayfield, it was close. Got closer than I thought it would. Mike, hit me with your studs and duds of the week.
You have to say it with conviction. Number 1, bang. Number 2, Sammy Smooches Darnold is going to have a day. Bang. All right. I don't want to do this, but I have to do it.
0 points.
I have to say Robinson on the Bears is going to have a day. Finally. Bang. And I can't believe I have to go against my gut. Jamar Chase Bang.
You can't do that.
Yeah, but you're not even giving a reason behind any of these.
First off, it's not a reason, but and you picked Jamar Chase back-to-back weeks.
Well,
But I had a dud.
Oh, here we go with the semantics.
Is that smart?
No, I mean,
It's
I
a
don't know.
definition
I don't
of
know
being
if it's smart, but it's definitely.
That's Aaron Jones-esque, which is a
right.
dud. Oh boy, we've gone down this path before.
Yeah.
I don't hate any of
I did
them
the same thing
particularly.
as A-Rob. A-Rob's the same thing. There's no way he can be bad this many times.
Yes, there is.
Not this week.
Matt
Bang.
Nagy. Matt Nagy.
No.
Good luck.
No.
Good luck.
You want to go over your studs? You want me to go over the duds first?
Go ahead. You go over your duds.
All right. Aaron Jones.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Bang. I'm losing a little energy here.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with all the big names here. Brandon Cooks.
What the
That's
fuck?
like every week that Brandon Cooks in the sit, and it's just not gonna. It's not gonna work.
Dud of the week. Bang.
This one, I don't want to count this one. I don't.
Why?
Nobody's paying.
I played Singletary last week.
That's because you suck.
Singletary. Bang.
I love you haven't given a single reason on why any of these
I could
people
give
are
you reasons
duds.
why in all of them.
All right. All right.
Devin Singletary, because he shouldn't be a fucking running back.
Because Moss took over the spot.
Yeah, so he's not even a starter.
I'd have to look at Devin Singletary's stats on the year. I know he's been okay.
he had. No, he's.
Sam
Been pretty
Darnold's been
decent.
balling out. I wanted to make him that, but we said no quarterback, so here Mike is picking a quarterback.
I have Panthers going against the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys are going to have to obviously score.
Yeah,
Because
that's how you win football
No,
games.
I mean the defense sucked. So regardless of what they did against the Eagles,
Give me this Allen Robinson things. I don't know.
Al Robinson's kind of just a gut feeling in my chest that I have to get off. He can't be bad this bad.
He can be bad this bad.
He can't be the bad this bad. It's just not. It's not. It's not possible.
Jamar Chase, he's what, top 10 now?
Probably.
Hey, look that up while I go over it. If he's top 10, he's got to finish in the top 5. Otherwise, it's done. That's been the rule forever. Right?
He's gonna be ranked 11th, and I can finish.
That's
it.
fine. That's fine. Then
He's ranked 11th. Wow, that's
Is
freaking
he?
hilarious. Yeah.
Oh, fuck you.
I'll
accept it.
A-Rob against the Lions. The Lions have no secondary as well. They're good at rush defense, but their secondary is not good. That's why. I don't think Lions pass rush is anything like. They're not bad. They're not awful. Mediocre. So hopefully they could pass protect. Chase, I'm not rooting against you again.
Yeah.
You could be playing anybody. I think you have a good matchup against the Jaguars, who lost Henderson. You never gave me back the stat of how many Henderson percentage of play, but
What do you mean?
you said you were going to tell me how much Henderson played when he was on the Jaguars.
CJ Henderson.
CJ
Doesn't
Henderson?
It does not matter.
I mean, I could pull it up again. I had it up.
Anyway, I'm not fading Chase again. If he has a touchdown every game, I wouldn't be shocked. For my duds, Aaron Jones.
That's a loss. Just count it.
I'm just not counting now, but when he doesn't rush, you'll be happy. Going against
Steelers.
There you go. I have Brandon Cooks. This is another one. Texans going against the Bills. Bills, fucking just great defense.
That's it.
That's
Because
it.
Devin Singletary is just bad at football. Okay.
So, yeah, he lost his job. So
My first start of the week. Miles Sanders going against the Chiefs. Chiefs giving up the most yards on the ground. Simple as that. It's really that simple. It's a matchup play. All these are matchup plays to me. Najee Harris, the PPR god, going up against the Packers, who give up the most targets per game to running backs. It's a beautiful matchup for him, especially someone who just had 19 targets out of the backfield last week, 14 receptions. Gotta love things like that. The third one is based on who will be healthy and who will not be healthy. If Mitchell is healthy on the 49ers, he's my start of the week. If not, it's Kyle Juszczyk, the guy who caught most of the balls out of the backfield, the guy who outsnapped Trey Sermon last week. Pick him up. He was in the waiver article. You will not be disappointed. Duds of the week. You don't want me to do Damon Harris again?
no,
No? Okay. Saquon Barkley.
no,
Why?
no.
You shouldn't play Saquon Barkley this week.
You
Mike,
shouldn't
can
be
you stop?
You shouldn't be fucking.
Can you stop fucking up the screen?
You
Jeez.
shouldn't be picking the same person 4 weeks in a row.
You shouldn't have drafted him.
I didn't draft him.
I'm not saying you. In general. Joe, do you have a problem with that?
Yes.
Oh, well, he's coming off a good game. I don't think there's a problem with that.
Yeah. Thank you. Eat a dick.
He didn't pick him 4 weeks in a row. He didn't pick him last week.
It would have been 4 weeks. He would have picked him last week.
No, I mean, if he would have lost.
I would have lost.
I hope he loses. Giants win.
Yeah, okay. Next, Michael Pittman. And then the last one is Zeke. Zeke is another one. Panthers, best run defense through the first 3 weeks. I love it. I can't get enough, especially because even though he did play well, Tony Pollard still got a lot of work.
Still look better.
We got any questions for us?
Yeah, real quick. CJ Henderson played 100% of snaps week 1, 43 week 2, 0 last week.
Okay. Still.
Yeah, he was on the field a lot more than we thought.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, DM Dumpster. We've got a shitload of questions, but I'm just gonna take a couple here, not all of them. So Ross Boss asks, start Tanyan or Koseki?
Koseki.
Ross Boss. Yeah, it's Koseki. Yeah.
Koseki?
Tanyan sucks.
Yeah.
I'm dropping.
It's not a tiny and sucks. It's just that the matchup sucks.
That as well.
They're playing the Steelers. Steelers are good. And Koseki's kind of been that safety blanket past couple weeks.
Rhino 1722. Yes.
Hold on. Where are these questions being asked from?
On Instagram, not Pornhub. I swear to God. Deebo Samuel or AJ Brown if he plays this week?
Deebo.
Because AJ Brown's not playing.
Yeah.
It's already
AJ Brown's out week to week.
It's already confirmed he's not
He's
playing.
probably gonna be out 3-4 weeks.
Yeah.
I would imagine he doesn't play.
Yeah, they don't want to re-injure him for the second time.
And if you were to ask me whether, if say you just so happen had Julio, I'd still take Deebo for the upside.
Kid _ asks Brandon Ayuk or Christian Kirk for week 4.
Kirk. Even though Ayuk is, I told people to play Ayuk last week, and it worked out. He's coming back now. Ayuk's playing, so.
You said Kirk.
You said Kirk.
I said that's because of matchups, but I'm saying.
I'm going Ayuk.
Going forward, if you have the opportunity to trade for Ayuk, I would do it.
I'm going Brandon Ayuk against the Seahawks. Seahawks are abysmal on defense.
Okay. We're split.
All right, no, I'm gonna skip this because someone asked about Amari. It's _ Philly asks Godwin or Jamar Chase as your flex. God, what a flex that must be.
8-man league.
I don't know.
Wait, is it Godwin and who?
Jamar Chase.
Oh,
Chase is going against. It's a short week, but he's going against the Jaguars.
God must win. So.
Oh God, not this again. He kept saying it after every
God
catch.
must
Easy name.
win.
Thank you. Follow up. Easy name. Got one more for us?
This isn't a name for you.
Yeah. I'll take this one. S Harris _13 trade Clyde Edwards-Helaire. The fumbling concerns me. Like, question: should he trade him?
He had his best week, so if you want to trade him, you trade him now.
What are you gonna trade him for?
I don't know.
It's like it's an opinion. It's not a question, really. Yeah, I'd trade him.
Yeah.
I'm very concerned. We talked about it last week. I'm concerned that they don't run the ball enough because then they don't throw the ball to the running back enough. And then you have shout out to Andy Reid. Hope you're feeling better. By the way, he was in the hospital.
Don't eat another hamburger.
Yeah, no more hamburgers. Maybe some Impossible burgers might help you out. I do. If he does miss this week, there's no shot. Hilaire's getting the ball a lot.
But who's getting it though?
But then no, because you have to think about it. The OC will call the plays, but then Patrick Mahomes is on his own. He's throwing that ball deep all the time.
Yeah, but they're gonna run the ball. I mean, he fumbled last week. They didn't give the ball to Damian Williams. Or no, is it Damian Williams? No,
It's
something.
Darrell Williams.
Darrell Williams. Sorry.
It's definitely his start, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's his start. But
I'm just saying, I'm fighting the notion that I don't think he's gonna lose snaps or carries to the backup running back because they don't really.
I didn't say that.
Oh, you made it
I just
sound
said
like
he's
that.
just not going to get as much work.
Well, isn't that the same thing as losing snaps to the
No,
backup?
because
I didn't say the backup.
the last week
They're just not. He's not going to get the
the
actual work. He's to be on the field, but not.
If
the
he's
work.
getting 10 carries, he's just not. He's He's not used.
There's nothing stopping Patty, $500 million Mahomes, from checking out of a run play anymore. If Andy Reid is not there this week, let's just say that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that logic's a little flawed.
I think the question's a little vague, personally. But
I mean, he's saying should I trade him now? Or
sure,
not?
you could trade everybody now. Doesn't mean
Yeah,
it's all about
guess,
for who.
I guess
This is one of those stupid arguments.
Yeah,
you could do whatever you want. You could trade everybody.
I'll take him.
You trade him now because his value's high. He had his best week. That's it.
Yeah, right. So you're trading him high. You're not riding him out. You don't think he's worth.
No, I honestly
Worth it.
don't see him going forward. I mean, unless he had one of the best opportunities to rush the ball last week, and he had a mediocre day. It wasn't like
Oh, yeah, 100
amazing.
yards.
All right,
and 17
let's get a
yards.
quick
It
live
wasn't
trade.
amazing.
I'll trade you Debo Samuels for Clyde right now.
Debo Samuels. That's not bad.
Take what's his name? What's his name? S. Harris.
That was S. Harris.
S. Harris. Take that information what you will. I'm a Debo owner. He's a Clyde owner. That's a real offer if you want it.
I need running backs.
I do. Everybody needs running backs this year.
See, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Is who you're trading him for. So,
I have not felt confident trading anybody or for anybody.
I would take Debo though.
Okay. Send the offer. Let's get it done. Let's close it out. Like, follow, subscribe, Instagram, YouTube,
OnlyFans.
Mike's OnlyFans, Facebook, Twitter at FFD_podcast. Follow me, Billy FFD. Follow Mike at Hartree93. Follow at Not the Real Joe Green. What was it, 1? Correct?
Yeah.
Not the Real Joe Green 1.
I
Gotta
believe
shorten
so.
that name up, buddy.
I think it should be 2 because if it's not the real Joe Green, it should be 2, right?
Yeah.
Right.
If you're not the Real Joe
Not
Green.
the real Joe Green.
Follow Ben Zagnall. I gotta do something with Morgan. His picks are garbage.
We
I
gotta
had
do
a winning
something
week.
Can you ask him to change his fucking hat or whatever the fuck he wears? If I
You-
see that Philly fucking handkerchief on his head anymore, I might vomit.
I'll make a stop real quick.
All right.
Read the articles. Like, follow, subscribe. DFS will be back up this week. I didn't feel confident at all last week after these two shit on me for no reason.
And then we're out.
But then
Bang.
guess who won?
Bang!
I won. See you fuckers next week.